And almost all the issues we have put intervention or said what we will do. But as farmers, you have to change your perspective. It seems to me that Ayala continue to do the same thing we used to do 10 years ago. If we want to get better results, we got to change the way and work along with the officers, with NAREI. So now this area here, we can work along with all the farmers. First of all, we have to decide what you need, what kind of crop is good for you all to plant. Crops that will find market. Some farmers want to plant everything under the sun, right? And then I get no market for it. Things that only get value. So what we'll do, we'll ask NAREI to come back, work along with you all. Let's develop certain crops, and we'll find market for it. Right? Like the comrade said, he get 10,000 root a time. Fine time, 10 million. Right? He not get market for it. Who tell him he plant 10 million root of time? Right? So we will ensure that we try to find some market for him. But we have to do things in a more organized way. And the Ministry of Agriculture will work along with a number of farmers. The infrastructural work, you see for yourself. I ain't going to tell you as propaganda. You see for yourself over the last 4 years how much work we have done. We are honest when it comes to these things. If we can't do it now, we will tell you that we can't do it. We will try as much as possible. Because when you look at the agriculture budget, we increased it from $13 billion in 2020. When the previous government said that agriculture is a private business, we make it the people's business now. That is why you see all this investment. You see agriculture now in this country more attractive than oil and gas even. Because a lot of people have come into the country to invest in agriculture. Also what we are doing, we are linking investors with farmers. So that comrade said there are a lot of land, to be clear. We can link, right now as I'm speaking, there are some investors who need land, which we can link with you, and you can start the partnership. You got the land, and the investor got the capital. You understand? You got the water and the drainage system, we are putting that in place. So that's the system we have to do. We can't be short-sighted. We have to have a vision. And that is what the government has been promoting. Today, Guyana is a major player in agriculture in the entire Caribbean. The entire Caribbean is looking to Guyana for that leadership. And you, the farmers have to be the beneficiary of the investment that we are making. That is why when you look at when the president goes out, he always try to find funds to invest. And when you talk about agriculture, it doesn't mean only you doing planting, cash crop planting and fruits and vegetables. Fruits. Agriculture is all-round activities. Things like livestock, aquaculture, crop. So all those areas now, we expand production. Right now, as I'm speaking, we are trying to develop the livestock industry. We have started the introduction of aquaculture to make it an industry. We are the traditional area like where we used to do rice, sugar, fruits and vegetables, we increase production. We're going to new crops. We're going to things like corn, soya, high value crops. All those things you have to get involved in. We have to reduce, CARICOM has to reduce their food import bill by 25% by the end of next year. For that to be successful, Guyana has to be successful. And for Guyana to be successful, you, the farmers, have to ensure that you come on board. That is why we are giving you all this kind of support. So this afternoon, all the issues that you have raised here this afternoon, we have taken it on board. We will try to do as much as possible before this year end, and then continue next year in our budget. The larger projects. Now I want to make it clear here this afternoon. All the need for planting material we'll give you all free of cost. NAREI will make that available to you within 2 weeks' time from now. So you don't tell me what you need. Some people see free thing, they want all. You can't work like that. You understand? We'll also work along to see if we can help you with some chemical. What we are doing now, we are building a tissue culture lab. A lab to produce plant. When we produce them by the first quarter of next year, by March next year, that will be operational. When we start to produce plant there, those plants will be disease-free and pest-free. So we go produce a plant what pests can attack and what disease can attack in the lab. And we not produce a couple hundred or a couple thousand. We will produce millions of planting material by next year. We want to do agriculture on a large scale. We want Guyana to be the main agriculture hub in the Caribbean. That is why we invest so much in agriculture. Right? So you have to take the opportunities that comes your way. If you don't take it up, other people will take it. So what we are doing right now, in different regions, you know the Hope Light Canal that we have here, this Hope Canal, we are building it, replicate that in different parts of the country. Right now we do 2 in Region 6. We'll do another set in Region 5. We'll do in Region 3, because this Hope Light Canal, the last flood in 2021, the entire Georgetown and part and East Coast was safe. You remember when we, Conservancy, Water High, we used to release it there in Maikoni. All the people, Mahika, all the people that flood out there, all the farmers, now that water released directly to the Atlantic. It's a high-level canal. That's the kind of investment that we're talking about. So if you don't take up the opportunity, you're left behind. We are working with you. We have all the extension officers. We are working with them. We are trying to give them the necessary tools so that when they come to you, they get an issue, they can relate it directly and immediately to NAREI or other agencies. We have our officers them in DNI. We have our officers in GLDA. So all these extension officers and engineers will work along with you. We have a hotline. If you don't get them work with you, call the hotline and we'll deal with it. Y'all understand, comrades? Yes. Good. Now, if we find that people are spraying the canal, we'll immediately stop the contract and give to the groups. Give to the groups. So we'll deal with that. You heard Lionel, the man said all the canals are being sprayed. We'll review it. We will review it, and as long as that is so, we'll terminate the contract. We'll terminate the contract, and we will give to the group. You all farm yourself. How many farmers group you have here? 2 farmers group? So what we'll do now, we'll award the contracts to the groups. Let they clean the canal. We'll come back here, we'll give the farmers. And when I come back next time, we'll hear complain. But what I am saying now, we not give no individual in future. We will give to the farmers group. Let the farmers group give to the farmers. Right? And they will be responsible for it. Y'all agree with me? Good, that's the same. Because too many times you get serious problems. So comrades, those are some of the things I want to tell you here this afternoon. Rest assured, we'll work with you all. Let us now, you got to take up the opportunity. And we will make the necessary investment and the input available for you. Right? Thanks very much.